And we are live. NFL Divisional Weekend. The best weekend in sports, maybe. The best weekend, and definitely the best weekend of the NFL season. We got all the panelists here tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Carson Shear. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Kurt? Appreciate you. Always pleasure to be on your shows. Yeah, we had a little bit of an incident we had to take care of in my family, but it's all straightened out. We're all good to go, and yeah, hopefully there shouldn't be any more issues from here on out.
All right, awesome. That's awesome news. Then we got our handicapper, Mr. Joey Clams, who's on fire with hoops. We're going to hear what he's got for the big 4 games this weekend. But what's up, Mr. Joey Clams?
Hey, Whitey, where's your hat? I bet you $100 you slice it to the woods. Gambling's illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never sight. Hey, you could owe me. What's going on? We're hitting them heavy in the hoop, baby. Let's go. Bang, double guns.
There we go. Mr. Sis, how are you?
I'm great. Watch my favorite movie this afternoon, Rudy. Yep. That's my favorite all-time football movie.
All right, it's a good one.
Good.
That's a good one. And Mr. Kirkpatrick, what's going on? You're wearing the Nick hat. We have a big one tonight coming
Big
off.
one tonight.
Sis said it too. Nick's on tonight. We got 2 losses in a row. We better get back on track tonight, and we're home.
They're going to win tonight.
Knicks are a good bet. We didn't have any NBA on the agenda tonight, but the Knicks sound like a really good money line bet tonight. Losing 3 at home in a row, I don't see that happening. So I think the Knicks would be a good bet. But I'm doing well. I'm ready to get this show rolling. You know, we got welcome back Carson, like you said, and you know, we got a lot of football, but I think we're going to start off getting a little college basketball out of the way. Mr. Clams has been on fire with college basketball, so I know you got a couple quick hitter ones for us. No spreads, just some quick hitter games for us to get the feel, because football ain't going to be around much longer. So you got to get the feel into college basketball. So what better way than to start the show up?
I got a couple of games. We'll do this quick tonight. We'll do it like quick hitter style. I'm going to start with Carson tonight. Big Ten action. Purdue at Indiana. Who do you like?
Yeah, Indiana, they're a great team in the Big Ten. I'm surprised. They're kind of climbing up the rankings, 13-4. That is a tough place to play at. Purdue's -3.5 here. I'm going to go with Indiana and the points. I think they cover the 3.5. I think Purdue wins, though.
All right. Ricky, our good friend Ricky Winkowich, there you go. He nailed it, is saying good evening. What's up, Ricky?
What's up, Ricky? I was on Arch Rival Football earlier. Please check that out. That was a lot of fun picking the games with the guys over at Arch Rivals Football on Pipe Bomb Radio. Check them out.
All right, let's
all
go.
Your platforms.
I'm gonna go with Carson. I like. You know what? I'll tell you, Purdue's friggin' good, man. Purdue's they're a good team. I just don't trust. I just don't trust Matt Painter come tournament time. But I'm gonna go with Carson. I think Indiana, the big crowd tonight. I'm gonna take Indiana. Joey Clams.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, a couple of guys I respected. They're on Indiana at home. That's a tough place to play. You just got to be careful. Purdue's got those two big guys up front, and 3.5. You know what? The respected people are on Indiana. I'm gonna take Purdue. It's a regular season. I'll go with Purdue. They'll vomit maybe in the tournament, but right now I'll take Purdue tonight.
Okay.
I'm not putting anything on it, but I'll go with Purdue.
Sis, Purdue or Indiana?
And Joe, update your screen. We lost you on the screen, but I still hear you.
Sis is going with Clams. You're going Purdue, Sis.
Yes, sir.
All right, and Kenny, 2-2, break the tie.
Ava.
I'm going to break the tie with Purdue. Like you nailed it, Kurt. I do not trust Painter. There you go, Clams. You're back with us.
All right.
Joey, you guys nailed it. Kurt, Painter, I do not trust him in the tournament, but this is regular season. So I'm going to take Purdue pulling off the victory here by like 5 or 6 points.
All right. The next game is this is a little bit for our good friend Henry Zimenoff, who the boys are having a really good team, a really good season.
How you doing, Henry?
You know, very good season. And tonight, actually, they got 2 big ones this week at home, back to back. It starts tonight. Colorado is hosting number 16 USC. Carson, I'll start with you. This is the other one. We do have a spread for this. So USC is a 2-point favorite at Colorado tonight, Carson.
Yeah, it's another one of a Pac-12 showdown, USC Colorado. I'm going to go with USC here. I think Colorado keeps it close in the first half, but USC pulls away in the second half.
All right, Kenny.
I'm with Carson. I think USC, Colorado back-to-back, so I will take Colorado in the second. Whoever they're playing in that back-to-back, I don't know off the top of my head, but whoever they're playing in that back-to-back, is it USC again on the
UCLA?
UCLA.
Yeah.
I will take Colorado in that game, but I'm going to take USC in this first one.
All right, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with you guys. I think it's a home crowd. I'm going with our good friend Henry, and I think Henry's going to get the little mini upset tonight. I'm going to go Colorado. Sis.
I'm going with you with Colorado.
All right, and it's 2-2 again. Joey Clams, you got to break the tie.
This is going to be a tight game down to the wire, and USC is terrible at the free throw line. I think they're only like 58 or 60%. So I'm going to take Colorado at home in a squeaker.
And our good friend from the Rocky Mountain Sports Network, Matt Staffrieros, chiming in saying Colorado, hands down. So yes, sir. Amari's saying good evening. Kenny, is Amari maybe joining us for our NFL picks?
We might have Amari coming on. If you want, when he's in the waiting room, we'll bring him in, but I don't see him yet. But
okay.
If you want to join us, Amari.
All right, next games. I believe this is tomorrow night. Let me just double check. Yes, it is tomorrow night. We know what Mr. Carson Shear is going to be doing as his Michigan State Spartans. Well, we do have lines, so it looks like they're getting 4.5 points at Wisconsin tomorrow night. Eddie Murphy is saying good evening. What's up, Eddie Murphy? So Carson, let's start with you. Michigan State at Wisconsin. It looks like it's 4.5 Wisconsin favorite.
Yeah, we have to have a bounce back game here. We had a kind of a brutal loss against Northwestern, kind of came down to the wire, but that was a bad loss at home. We dropped a couple spots in the rankings. But yeah, this is going to be a tough test for us. Again, on the road, Big Ten action, going to a top 10 team in Wisconsin. Johnny Davis on Wisconsin, this kid's a stud. He's going to be a lottery pick. If we can slow him down, I think we got a shot. I'm just going to go State with the points here, but Wisconsin's a really good team. I'm going to go MSU points.
Yeah, I'm a big Izzo fan. You guys know that, right? Kenny and Sis, you guys know I'm always saying Izzo, one of the best coaches around. But I'm telling you, this Wisconsin team's good. And just like he said, they got a stud player and they got other people around them that could shoot the rock. And come tournament time, this team's going to be dangerous. If this game was at Michigan, by the way, Carson, Michigan State let me down on Saturday against Northwestern. I'm just going to say that. I had Michigan State. Yeah. But I'm going to take Wisconsin on this. I just think at home, this game is whoever's at home, I think, wins. So I will take, sorry, Carson, I'm going to go Wisconsin in this one. Sis, Wisconsin, Michigan State.
Yeah, no disrespect, Carson, but Wisconsin's tough. Yep, I'll take Wisconsin. Yep.
Mr. Clams.
Yeah, I mean, it is in college basketball and a rivalry like that, it's a lot of points. But I'm going to take Wisconsin because if you're watching these games, everything is decided at the line. Last night, Alabama, the last 2 minutes, missed 6
and this team shoots, man. This team can shoot.
And Wisconsin is really good at the line.
Yep.
And Kurt, there's another good game going on tonight. Gonzaga against the Golden Domes in San Francisco.
Okay.
They'll be in the tournament this year.
Yep. So you're going Wisconsin, correct, Joe?
Whiskey.
All right. Whiskey. And Kenny.
Wisconsin, I think they're six games. They won 6 in a row, and that's that's tough in the Big Ten. I think momentum is going to stick with them. I think they're going to pull this off, but don't sleep on Michigan State when February and March come around. So they're going to get hot, and they're going to get hot soon. But I think Wisconsin gets this game.
All right, Kenny, our good friend Dan Worley is saying happy Thursday, fellas. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Dan, what's going on?
And Eddie Murphy saying, I don't know when the last time I watched an NCAA basketball game, LOL. Well, get ready because the season's upon us. It's coming.
March is around the corner.
We're going to work to Saturday in a big SEC matchup. Kentucky at Auburn, number 2 Auburn. People are saying they should be number 1. Yeah. I don't have a spread on this right now, but it's 15-3 Kentucky at 17-1 Auburn. Joey Clams, I'll start it off. Again, there's no spread right now, so who do you like just to win this game?
Premature, I'm going to say Kentucky right now, but Go to Joey_69 Clams on Saturday, and that game will definitely be up on the bulletin board.
Okay, but for the show, you're going to go Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kentucky.
I'm going to go Auburn. At home, Pearl, they're a different animal at home. I think the place will be a crazy atmosphere. I still don't trust Kentucky on the road. So I'm going to disagree with you there. I'm going to take Auburn at home, but a great 1 o'clock game. Sis.
War Eagles all the way.
Kenny.
I'm going Auburn. No matter what the spread is, they destroyed Georgia yesterday.
Yeah.
Auburn, if they had the Gonzaga name on them or Duke's name, just to throw a couple, if they had 50 other names on their jersey, they would be number one right now. But because they're Auburn and they're not known to be number one in the country, they're number two right now, in my opinion. So they are going to show why they're the number one team in the country come Saturday against Kentucky. And that's going to be a double-digit win by Auburn.
All right. Matt Staffiero's picking Kentucky, and Carson.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Kurt. I like Auburn here. Ever since you guys made that Final Four run a few years ago, Bruce Pearl's done a great job. You think Auburn, you think a football program. Now they're becoming a basketball program. Number two, that's very unusual for you guys. So definitely, I keep riding the hot streak. I'm going to go Auburn.
Oh, and just for the record, Carson, Kurt made it clear yesterday he is not an Auburn Tiger basketball fan. Just football.
Is he? Okay.
St. John's in basketball.
I'm a St. John's fan,
that's right.
and me and Sis might have a little wager on the line because we play each other Saturday at the Garden and then Monday night at the Prudential. So,
yeah, that's a dinner bet.
We got to do something, Sis. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
We'll stay on Saturday. Baylor, who won last night but lost 2 games last week, ended their undefeated season, travels to Oklahoma. Again, I don't have a spread because it's a Saturday game, but we'll just pick the winner. Sis, we'll start with you. Baylor at Oklahoma Saturday.
What shed, Baylor?
Carson.
Yeah, these two teams played earlier in the year. Oklahoma kept it close, but Baylor kind of pulled away. Now the tables have turned. Now it's at Oklahoma. I think this game's close, but Baylor's going to show you why they're the defending national champs. I'm going to go Baylor here.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Again, I think close. Crowd will keep it in the game, but Baylor in the end will win that game. Joey Clams.
Yeah, Baylor lost a couple in a row. The other night was a wake-up call for them, and I think they'll put it together and have a good practice, and I'll take Baylor at Oklahoma.
And Kenny, is it a clean sweep for you?
I'm clean sweeping it. Baylor's a streaky team, so I think they're going to go on one of these 6 to 10 game winning streaks now, and this is going to, start, that long winning streak. So Baylor, like Sis said, woodshed.
All right, Kenny, I'm going to come right back to you because you mentioned this game before, but Henry's got a couple big games this week because UCLA now travels into Colorado. After they get USC, they go back. They're back home, and now the Bruins come in. So, Kenny, I'll come back with you. Are you officially going to pick UCLA for Henry on this pick?
I will take Colorado in this pick because back-to-back home games, I think they're going to split. So I'm going to go to back end. They're going to pull off the upset against UCLA because I'm sure it'll be an underdog against UCLA.
Sis, UCLA, Colorado.
UCLA.
All right, Kenny, I'm going with you. I'm picking Colorado twice for Henry. Don't let me down. At home, back-to-back at home. I know it's probably more realistic, like you're saying, to get, one of the two. But I think they definitely get tonight. This one will be a little more scary, but I'm going to go with the Buffs. I'm taking the Buffs. Joey.
I'm going to go with UCLA.
Okay. And Mr. Carson.
Yeah, my heart says Colorado for Henry, but my brain says UCLA. They went from first 4 to Final 4 last year. They're a great team this year, especially with Johnny Juzang leading the way. I'm going to go UCLA.
All right. So I have a couple more games, Kenny. Just let me give one more second. And again, it's nice. We're getting back in the swing of making some college basketball picks.
Yeah, we want to make some college basketball picks because we got football the rest of the show coming up. So
the next game, and again, SEC, used to be Kentucky and everybody else, but now you got UCLA. You got Auburn, and you got this next big game, which is LSU at Tennessee. Joey Clams, I'll let you start it. This is another Saturday game. LSU at Tennessee, Joe.
Wow. Yeah, I really didn't handicap this game yet. I will. But right now, I'll take the home team. I'll take Tennessee right there at home.
Yes, they're at home.
Yeah, I'll take for the show. I'll take Tennessee, but check the bulletin board on Saturday.
All right, I'm with you for now. I'll take the home team. I'll take Tennessee. Kenny.
Home team for me as well, but I would definitely watch to see what that spread is because I can see this being a very close game.
Carson.
Yeah, I would wait till the line shows up. I would just go. It says Tennessee is the favorite right now. We'll go LSU points when it comes out.
Okay, and Mr. Sis.
Yeah, Carson nailed it. Number one, the points, and excuse me, LSU just lost to Alabama last night. I'll go with LSU.
Okay, so that's 3-2 on there. And Mr. Kirkpatrick, that's the college picks for the week.
Awesome. Glad we got to do that tonight. Get into the college basketball flow, like you said. Carson and Clams weren't with us yesterday. We recapped. We're going to get into football now. Joey Clams wanted to do a quick little review on the wild card games, and Carson, or if anybody else has anything to add after Joey does his quick review on the games, we'll add to it. But might as well start with the first game, Joe. Titans Raiders. Not Titans Raiders. Bengals Raiders.
Yeah, Bengals Raiders. Yeah, first half was a disaster with the whistle blown, and the play still continued. That made the total go over. And what's his name? Who's the referee? Bogle?
Yeah.
They chased him out. He's gone. Yeah. They chased him out. And second point is the running back for the Raiders, Jacobs. He averaged like 6.3 yards a carry, and they only gave him the ball 13 times. You made this guy throw the ball 54 times. You're supposed to give Jacobs the ball 18 to 20 times the game, and then coming down to the last play, to the last series, 33 seconds left. Why would you spike the ball first and goal? Everything's going to go to the end zone. You could even still ran a play there. That was terrible. That just shows inexperience with the coach. And if you want me to go to the next game, I'll go to the next game.
Yeah, Carson, you had anything to add on that game? Or
no, yeah, it was one of the, I guess, closer games, but not really the greatest officiating game, like Joey said. But I'm rooting for the Bengals because I can relate. It was 30+ years since the Bengals won a playoff game, so being a Lions fan, I'm definitely rooting for the Bengals. Besides the Rams, so hopefully they keep on going.
There you go. Yeah, we'll do the next game, Joe. Tampa, Philly. Give us.
I'm gonna go. How about Buffalo?
Oh, yeah, Buffalo Patriots, Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, Saturday night, Buffalo Patriots. I'm sorry, skip that.
It just shows you the Patriots, the lack of speed on their defense. Buffalo was running around the corner like it was a Volkswagen was chasing a Ferrari. They couldn't catch them. Too much speed for Buffalo, and Belichick's defense had no speed. Their linebackers had no speed at all to keep up with him or Josh Allen. And that's all I got to say about that game.
Okay, and Carson, anything to add?
Yeah, it was just a blowout. They just Patriots didn't show up.
Hats off to Philly. Amari's cousin, Devontae Smith, he played well. Getting to the playoffs for the first. They overachieved a little bit themselves. They weren't supposed to win 5 games this year. So, hats off to the Eagles. As a Giants fan, I didn't want to see them there, but congratulations to them for making the playoffs. I don't know why I'm talking about Eagles. I'm ahead of myself. Sorry. Bills Patriots. I did not add, but I just mentioned Devontae Smith with the Eagles. But you want to touch that one real quick, Joe?
Yeah, I was on Tampa Bay, like I said, early in the week, and the line was moving down, and I heard that the most professional gambler of all time, he was on Tampa Bay. He laid 8. It went down to 7.5. He laid 7.5. It went down to 7. Somebody from one of the soldiers from the Joey Clams Army called me up and says, "Clams, this line's going down. Should we go the other way?" I says, "Don't be a moron. Bet more on it. Bet Tampa Bay." This professional is on Tampa Bay. I says, and let me get to that game. The Eagles' offense looks like a high school offense. This quarterback is the one who got benched for what's his name? Tua, behind the chains, a.k.a. behind the chains, Tua, hot dog on Tua in the championship game and he was doing a pump fake. He was trying to fool you. That's like a high school. They run a high school offense there. They should have used Smith in the offense more, and they got to do something with their offense, the Eagles. Tampa Bay just he did whatever he wanted. He ran down the field. It was a woodshed, right? That's what you say, sis? It was a woodshed.
You know
Good
what? Joey, me and Sis talked about two things yesterday. First thing was their defense, Tampa Bay's defense, was playoff electric defense. I mean, that defense was running to the ball on that field. And secondly, we talk about Brady, but me and Sis always laugh about it. But they come out, they're sitting back in a little zone, and here comes Brady. Bing, 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 bing. And, I mean, they make adjustments. It's 24-0 or whatever it was. Like, the game's over. Like, yeah. I don't understand. That's like, why would you play Tampa Bay in a zone against Brady? Just, you cannot play in a zone. Like, he just eats it up. You got to change it up. And I don't know. It was just, we're sitting there, and this guy's getting off. Hey, this guy's getting head coaching, opportunities.
Like what you said. With Brady, you got to switch up every series.
Got to switch it up.
You can't run the same thing.
Nope. Got to.
Because he sees it. He's going to take it. He's going to be like a Galvon, right, sis?
Absolutely. Yep.
And Carson, what were your thoughts on that game? And then, Sis, I want to know what your thoughts were on Devontae Smith, because he showed up definitely to play that game.
Yeah, he played okay. But, again, the bottom line is the Eagles didn't have enough juice, so – that's the end of that.
Yep. Anything to add, Carson?
Yeah, I mean, it's Jalen Hurts or Tom Brady. Who do you want? That was basically the summary of the game right there.
All right, Joey, two more games. We got KC and Pittsburgh Sunday night.
And Kansas City, all of a sudden it was 7-0 late in the second quarter. And before you know it, guys were running down the field. It was like kindergartners chasing like 8th graders. Where was the second? Where was the safety help? They were just running. They scored 21 points within 5 minutes. Game over. That's it.
By the way, this was Sis and I were 5-0 after this game for NFL. Carson, anything to add?
Yeah, just Big Ben, hell of a career, and
yes.
Not the ideal way you want to hang it up, but the Chiefs are just too powerful for him.
Right. And then our last game, I'm going to let Carson go first on this one because it's his guy, Joey. I'm going to give Carson.
What happened to the Cowboys?
You forgot the Dallas one, Kenny.
I left Dallas out. Okay, Clams gets to go first on Dallas. This is
the one I want to talk about. This is the guy, the bozo, the coach, McCarthy. This is why he got thrown out of Green Bay. This is the reason why. It shows you the fundamentals of the penalties. They don't practice. I don't understand what I told you what he was going to do. You see him looking at the screen
all the time.
He was looking at the night. He wanted to know if the egg roll came with the meal. He was looking at the screen and the clock the whole time. Terrible. They only scored 7 points. Going into the fourth quarter, and they needed an interception. That's how they got their other score.
Yep.
The quarterback's not really that good. I heard you last night. I concur what you say about him. He's
overrated.
Really not good. You have all these
overrated quarterback in football.
You know what it is? But they don't help him. If that guy Moore thinks he's going to get a job, he's crazy. That's America's team. They wear the star on their helmet. They got all the superstars. You got to do a better job than that. You got to get a better coach than that. The guy's a bozo. It's a clown show. He's got the red shoes on.
That's it.
Your defensive tackle gets 2 holding penalties. He cattle tackled the offensive lineman for the 49ers.
Why?
49ers had a game plan. You know what they were doing. They were going to run the ball. They did what a magnificent first drive. What was the Cowboys' game plan? I don't even know what
nothing.
It was.
Make plays. Just call plays. No setting up or nothing.
They don't practice. Word came out from years ago. Listen, Rodgers when this guy left, Rodgers back-to-back MVP. Rodgers said it, and a lot of Packers players say he was rarely there for the walkthrough before a game. He was never in film room. He was getting a massage or eating a sandwich or taking a nap. Look at him. The guy is clueless. How could you be that organization and hire a coach like that? It's a sin.
I agree. Carson, what are your thoughts real quick?
Yeah, I mean, it's a disgrace that it's the so-called America's team. I don't understand it. I never have. I never will. And You guys haven't had a quarterback since Troy Aikman, and you had a great regular season, but you just can't show up in the playoffs, and that's how great teams win. You just got to execute in the playoffs, and Cowboys didn't have a game plan.
Real quick, Kenny, a little breaking news here. About 16 minutes ago, Ian Rappaport tweeted, Sis is going to like this, and I'm going to like this because we're both on San Fran. Good news for the 49ers. Star pass rusher Nick Bosa was a full participant in practice. He's listed as questionable. Jimmy Garoppolo, right shoulder, right thumb, was also a full participant.
Nice.
Okay.
No surprise. No surprise at all.
I got one more game, and again, Joey and Carson weren't with us yesterday, so we're giving them a chance to analyze the games a little bit. The last game, I'll let Carson go first on this one, Joe, because it's his guy, Matthew Stafford. So Rams in Arizona, Carson, what were your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford's first ever playoff win. It was really cool to see. You can just see it in his face, that he actually can play with decent actual football players and, got out of the disasterful mess that is the Ford family and the Detroit Lions that he had to suffer for over a decade, and couldn't be happy for him. I'm rooting for him every step of the way. Great performance by him. They Cardinals had no defense or nothing at all for them. They were talking about, J.J. Watt's back. He'll disrupt him. He had no problem there. And the Rams are looking forward to this week because it's going to be David and Goliath, Matthew Stafford taking on Tom Brady, and that should be a great game to watch. But Kyler Murray didn't show up. That was one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen Kyler do. I know he didn't have DeAndre Hopkins, but in a wild card primetime divisional game, you gotta at least keep the game close. So I don't know what he was doing. He was scrambling for his life.
Real quick, Eddie Murphy's going back. 2 comments. He's going back. He's saying Cowboys have 3 playoff wins in the last 25 years. And then Murphy's saying Lions should have changed their name to the Rams. Maybe Stafford would have won that.
Joe, what are your thoughts on the game? And then we'll get into divisional playoffs.
Just to be fair with McCarthy, I share the same red shoes, the clown shoes, because I was all over Rams and last week, and whatever I predicted exactly happened. But that day of the game, there was a lot of steam on the Cardinals. It went to 2.5. They said it was a big move in Vegas on the Cardinals, and I took the bait and I switched my play to the Cardinals. So I got to be fair to everybody out there, I took the Cardinals, and I got to wear the red shoes like McCarthy. And look at Murray. The ball looks too big for him. He's too small. He can't see over anybody. Balls are getting tipped. He's throwing ball. He don't even know what he was doing. He couldn't see any of the receivers. The receivers dropped the ball on him when he did make contact with them. The defensive line was too much for him. And the coach, he's got 6 wins in the last 4 years. He's 6-24 the last 5 years, 5 of those 6 games in the last of the season. He looks clueless. Looks clueless.
Yep.
He should. They got to make a coaching change. When he was at Texas Tech, he was 12-13 with Mahomes.
Yep. Sis, did I nail this game though, Sis?
Yeah, I nailed it too, but then I changed it.
Again, going back to the Rams real quick, Stafford had that big game. That game is going to get him over the hump with Tampa Bay, in my opinion.
Yep, and we're about to pick that game in about 5 minutes. Look curious to hear everybody's picks on that game.
Ready for that one.
Kurt, Sis, anybody else have anything else with the wild card review? Again, we just wanted Joey Clams and Carson to get their fair, words in, and thank you guys for that. Let's move on to the divisional round. Kurt nailed it earlier. This is the best weekend in football, and if you want to call this first game the worst of the 4, I would sign up any day of the week to watch it. I'm going to give Sis first crack at this. Titans and Bengals, Sis. Titans are a 3.5-point favorite. They had the week off. I'm going to give you a stat and see if this persuades anybody from their bet. The Bengals, Carson nailed it, got their first playoff win in 30 years last week. In their history of their program, going back to Kenny Anderson, have never won a road playoff game. Titans are 3.5-point favorites, sis. And then if we got time later on after we do our picks, I got some player props. So we'll play that one by ear, but I want to at least do our picks, official picks for the game. 3.5, sis. We got the Titans over the Bengals.
Easy. Vrabel out coaching. That's all I got to say.
All right. I agree with you, sis. I think Bengals, great year. I'll go next. Bengals, great year. Nobody had them to win the AFC North. Way overachieving this year, which is great news for a program. So, but I think this is going to be way too much. Derrick Henry's back this week. He looks good in practice. I'll say that much. So I'm going to take the Titans, and history continues for the Bengals. They still won't get their first road pick.
Real quick, Amari, #tighten up, so we know where he's going. And Eddie Murphy's taking the Bengals.
Eddie Murphy's going Bengals. I'm going to go to Carson next.
Yeah, being a Lions fan, I'm rooting for the Bengals in this one. Like you just said, Kenny, first playoff win in 30 years. But like you just said, Derrick Henry's back, and I would not want to be the Bengals defense, especially when Henry's had a month to prepare for this game and, kind of watching, overseeing things. Tannehill's clicking all cylinders. I think you're going to see the vintage Julio Jones come out to play here, A.J. Brown, that receiver core. I just don't see the Bengals defense stopping Derrick Henry at all. I'm going to go Titans in this one. I think they easily cover.
I agree. Joey Clams, you're up.
Yeah, Grable, he's 8-0 when he has 8 days or more to prepare for a team. So this is a little bit of a coaching mismatch. And, Henry might be on a little bit of a pitch count. But Foreman's been running the ball pretty good. And Tannehill is, he could take off. He's very athletic. And the Bengals defense is beat up. I don't understand still why the Raiders weren't running the ball more. They were moving the ball on the ground. I like the Titans here in this game, and I already laid 3. I like the Titans to win this game by at least a touchdown. And let me tell you something too. They've been at the door scratching, knocking on the door. They got a lot. There's a lot of pride in this game. They want this game. This is a big game. This is a big game for the franchise right here. Henry's going to be running out of that tunnel. The crowd's going to be going crazy. The adrenaline's going to be going through them. It's too much for the Bengals to handle. And that offensive line is going to get beat up a little bit. I'm going Tennessee. I laid the 3 already.
We got a 4-zip in favor of the Titans. Kirk, he's clean sweeping it.
Amari saying #beast from Bama for Henry. And he's also saying we are finally healthy. And sis, I know I made you laugh last week, but this week it's going to be just like a tidal wave coming at him, because what's Mr. Vrabel going to do? Line them up and just whoop, here they come, just like Cincy with Bama. Here comes power right, Cincinnati. Can you stop it? Nope. And it's going to get like that.
Ironically, it's Cincinnati and Cincinnati.
Yeah, exactly. Both Cincinnati's no defense. And it gets, we talk about this all the time. I know me and Sis were talking about it. You can't have Joey Burrow throwing 52 times this week in a playoff game on the road. If they try to do that, they're going to get destroyed bad. Their front four, Tennessee's good. I think Amari's going to be absolutely happy. Our good boy Neely's going to be happy. And I'm with you guys. I think easy by 10 to 14 points. I'm going Tennessee too.
Ugly football. That's what wins games.
Yep.
Our next game Saturday night is one that I think is going to be really good. San Francisco, you could say upset Dallas, but we all picked Dallas to lose. So I will take, I'm going to go with Carson in this one since he's NFC North guy. Packers I got him on FanDuel at 5.5. Some sports books have it as 6. Let's do it as an even number 6 because I think that's what the spread's going to be if you don't get it in tonight. I think it's going to go up to 6. So let's do it as 6, Carson.
Yeah, this is a huge game for the Packers, especially Aaron Rodgers, because we don't know what his future holds. I think he makes a statement in this game. 49ers had an interesting run. They got a good draw with the Cowboys. They took care of them. But I think the Packers are just going to I think they cover the 6. I think they lay the 6 here against the 49ers. I like the 49ers defense, but I think Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau Field, I think they're They're going to take care of them. I'm going to go Packers just outright. We'll lay the points.
I'm going to go to Joey Clams next.
Yeah, I already I took the 49ers when it reached the 6. I bought small. I bought it up to 6.5. Couple of reasons is that field goal kicker Crosby for the Packers. Forget about it. He's going to kick the ball into the curb. He's gonna miss the field goal and an extra point. And I'll look for the back door, but you can run the ball on this Packer team, and that's going to be the game plan for the 49ers to run the ball, short little passes. Jimmy, don't make any mistakes because the guy on the other side, he don't throw interceptions. Aaron Rodgers, since first opening day, he threw 2. Since then, those last 16 games, 2 interceptions, 37 touchdowns. He don't make mistakes, and he gives the hard count. And 49ers got a lot of pass interference in their secondary. But I like the 49ers to keep it close and to sneak under that number. I'll take the 49ers. I took them small plus 6.5. I'll take them with the 6 for the show.
I'm going to go to Sis next. I'm sure me and him are going to be talking on Saturday, making a little wager on this game. So I want to get Sis's intake on
49ers with the point. Excuse me. 49ers with the points lock.
And you know what, Sis? I knew you were going to. I knew in my gut that you were going to go that way, and I couldn't agree more. I think the way you beat Aaron Rodgers is keep him off the field and run the ball. And you're going to have it being very cold in Green Bay Saturday night. And that's not going to hurt the 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, they're going to have some gimmick plays for him, right, Kurt?
Yes,
they're going to have some gimmick plays for Mr. Samuel. And like just said, the points a lock, 49ers a lock. I might even sprinkle some money on the money line. And this could be your upset of the playoffs. And I said it last week, bold prediction. I know you weren't with us, Carson. I said the 49ers are not only going to beat the Cowboys, they're going to make a deep run in this playoffs. They could be a sleeper team.
Yeah, throw a little grated cheese on the ziti.
That's it. Absolutely. The grated Parmesan.
And Kurt, remember with the Browns, they ran the ball down the Green Bay's throat.
And Green Bay's notorious for laying an egg. And it may be coming. Kurt, you get the final say in this one.
My final say in this one is, just so you guys know, I read a couple things today. It said there's NFL teams are saying they believe Aaron Rodgers will be a Bronco. I also saw something else that said Plan A for George Payton is Aaron Rodgers. And I read another thing, dream scenario, Dan Quinn, head coach, Gatsby, the quarterback coach for Green Bay, as the OC, and Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. That's their dream A scenario season. And so, hey, I'm going to watch Rodgers. He's the best in football. I don't care what anybody tells me. But for the show, Joey Clams nailed it and said, you can run on the Packers. And you know what? But sometimes you have to worry and say, but is the team going to run? You friggin' know, right, sis? Kyle Shanahan, what's he going to do? He's running the rock Saturday night. He's going to run it with that zone, the stretch, the little power game, boots off of it. Again, I don't trust Jimmy G, but just like Joey said, don't screw it up, Jimmy G. Just hit a couple down the field, run it. That defense can be run on. I will take the points with you guys.
And another thing, too, excuse me, I'm sorry. Green Bay doesn't cover the tight end. So maybe you might see a lot of quick passes to Kittle right through the seam a little bit here.
I was going to say the one thing that the four of us who picked the 49ers, none of us mentioned George Kittle. He's due for a big game.
There you go. You read my mind.
He is due for a big game, boys. Our next game, Sunday afternoon, Carson's boy, Matthew Stafford, traveling to Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay as a 3-point favorite. I'm going to give Carson the honor of going last in this one so he can get the final word in.
Eddie Murphy's picking the Rams.
Rams? I'm going to go to Joey Clams first on this one.
Yeah. Listen, Brady doesn't have all his weapons. Antonio Brown's not there. Their offensive line is banged up. The guy was they're sending a wounded offensive line out there. And he has to have perfect people in front of him to do perfect things. And this defensive line for the Rams is going to He's going to crush in and move in on him, put pressure on him. He's going to try to throw those quick outs and stuff. And they're going to have a hard time, the offensive line for the Buccaneers, to keep him standing up. I'm going to take the Rams. I already did. I took the 3 Rams going in there and going to win. They're going to win in Tampa Bay.
Eddie Murphy, Amari's taking the Rams also. Eddie's saying Evans won't have the game like he did last week with Jalen Ramsey on him.
Exactly.
Good point. Good point, Eddie and Amari. Thanks for your pick there. Mr. Siciliano, you are up next.
Joey Clams nailed it. The front four of the Rams is going to eat up Brady. Enough said.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just go next and echo those words. And I'm going to say, I know not the biggest fan of his, but so far, Odell Beckham has stepped up and done his part on the offense. And Cam Akers is back and looking like a monster. So those are two guys to look out for in this game on offense. But agree on defense. Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, and you got Aaron Donald in the middle.
And Kenny, that Todd Bowles is going to be sending the house in on Stafford, so he's got to play a smart, clean game. Don't try to, hit a grand slam with a runner on first. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got your running backs now. You know what? Control the ball and beat up, and what's his name's hurt? Pierre Paul. He's not the same. He can't get to the quarterback no more. He's got a bad shoulder.
Right. I'm gonna go Rams. Definitely with the points, and I think they're going to pull off the upset. Kurt.
I said this last night. I think the winner of this game is so hard to pick. The winner of this game is going to win the Super Bowl. They got the 2 best defenses in football. But me and Sis were talking yesterday during the day, and, Joey Clams just nailed it, and he said, don't get cute, McVay. And I don't know if he can do it because, listen, Tampa Bay's defense, you saw what they did last postseason. They just absolutely manhandled. They went into the Green Bay. They beat Rodgers in Green Bay, and they manhandled Mahomes in that defense. And I don't think they're going to, I think it's going to go old school this week. I don't think they're going to have Brady behind that offensive line throwing it 40 times. Fournette's coming back. You still got the kid Vaughn, the rookie. Hey, let your defense win this game. And you know what? Is McVay gonna? All right, I'm gonna run it 40 times today because listen, one pick here and there from Stafford, and you're not playing the Arizona Cardinals defense this week. You're playing Tampa Bay's defense. So I'm still gonna go Brady, but I think whoever wins this wins the Super Bowl. So I'm taking Tampa.
You're going Tampa.
Hey Kurt, about getting back to Fournette, I heard he was having a hard time making cuts.
He's off the injury report, though. I was on Ricky's show earlier. He's officially off the injury report.
Yeah, but he was having a hard time making a few cuts in practice. I'm just letting you. I'm just throwing that out there for the
people.
Got you. Carson, final word on the Rams and Bucks.
Kurt, you kind of hit the nail on the head. This is basically the baby version of the NFC Championship. This is the only team that I am scared of in the NFC. And if we can get past Tom Brady, I really believe that the Rams are going to win it all. Again, I hate saying this because, I don't like to – Joey knows this, and I learned from him. You don't want to mix emotions with your bets because it can get you in trouble really quickly. So I'm trying to kind of – think smart here a little bit, but I do think the Rams are going to win this game. Again, though, it's Tom frickin' Brady, and Tom frickin' Brady's going to do what Tom frickin' Brady does, like he always does for his entire career. I think the Rams points. I obviously hope that they win, but if they can get past the Bucs,
that's it.
It's game over, I think.
Real quick, another story that's been breaking. And this is about Mr. Joey Clams was mentioning it before. There was a tense meeting today involving Cardinals owner Michael Bidwill, the GM Steve Keim, and Coach Cliff Kingsbury. Yesterday they're saying, and then they're also saying that the owner is very, very upset with how the regular season ended and his team's performance in the playoffs. So just something to look at. We don't know right now if it's if he's going to be back. They don't know.
He's not a good coach.
Nope.
You can't go into the last 6 games every season going 1-5.
Yep.
Right.
You had the Division One. You started out 7-0, 10-2. You're home.
Yep. I agree.
I don't even know if the quarterback's the answer. He's too small. I'm small too. Like Buddy Ryan said.
That offense is a gimmick.
There's a spot for the little guys in football, but it ain't behind the big guys.
That offense is a gimmick, and it only works for so long before you get caught up, and then when you're caught up, you're in trouble. And
his best thing is running. He didn't run the ball. He didn't take off.
They didn't get to the Super Bowl with that gimmick, so now that team's going to be in trouble if they keep that offense the way it is.
You ever see Kingsbury's face? He looks like he's in court waiting for a life sentence.
All right, our last game, and it can arguably be the best game on paper here. Buffalo Bills traveling to Kansas City. I got Kansas City as a 1.5-point favorite. Mr. Siciliano, you are going to get the first say on this game.
Disagree with Kurt. The winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl, and I'm taking the Bills.
I'm going to go last on this one because I got something funny to say. So I'm going to go to Carson next.
Yeah, Bills did a number on the Chiefs earlier in the year. Again, it's Arrowhead. It's Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill is we haven't kind of heard or seen from him in a while. I think he has a monstrous game along with Kelsey. I'm rooting for the Bills. I don't want to see Mahomes again in the Super Bowl, but I think the Chiefs will win this game. Give me the Chiefs covering the 1.5.
Joey Clams.
A really respected guy put 220,000 on the Bills yesterday, plus 2.5. And I'm really torn between these. I like the Bills plus the points now. It's becoming, a public favorite, for the public, and the line's down to 1.5. I mean, before I fire away on this game, I'm gonna wait to that day and see what's going on. If I could get the Chiefs, I don't think Buffalo would ever be the favorite in this game, but if I could get the Chiefs at 1, go on the money line, I'd probably take the Chiefs. The only thing is with the Chiefs, they're blitz happy. Don't be blitz happy, because you see what happened when you played Cincinnati. You were going man to man. The guy tore you up, and where was your cover? Where was your safeties? So hopefully, the last time they played, that was week 6. That was a different Chief team. That's when we were talking. We were on the show saying there's something wrong up there. They weren't right. Oh man, this is really tough. I mean, just because the line is low right now, I'll just take the Chiefs right now. I'm really torn. Don't hold me on it, but right now I'll take the Chiefs minus the 1.5.
Ready, Kurt?
Listen,
I might change my mind come game day.
Eddie's saying his heel, talking Tyreek Hill, heel has been hurting again. Listen, this is I don't want to. You know me, sis. Who do I like, sis? When I bet, what do I like? What teams?
You like the home teams.
The home teams, right? And I'll be honest. This is so hard for me. I would never just take the 1.5. I mean, I would somehow have to buy it to at least 3. And hopefully that's, you take the 3 points, because what is the 1.5 going to really do for you with Buffalo? Nothing. You might just money line them.
Keep in mind, they already beat them there early in the year.
You're right. So, but you know what? I don't still have faith in, you got both teams that probably aren't going to want to run the ball. We talked about this last night with Beal and Sis. Josh Allen this week. Run him 20 times. Seriously, run him. Run him like Cam Newton style. Run the ball. I'm going to take Buffalo with the points. I don't feel confident in it because I don't like going against the home teams. But for the show,
they have the better defense too. That's a good move.
I'll go with Sis and take Buffalo.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy saying just in, Dak was fined $25,000 for his post-game comments.
Good for him. Good.
Kenny, you got to break the tie.
Well, Carson and Clams wasn't with us yesterday. But Kurt made a statement that if the football gods answer my prayers, Buffalo will win the Super Bowl. In honor of our friends over at Viva Los Bills on I-95 Sports Network. Kurt said he would allow Jenny Hoops to throw him through a table if the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Bills Mafia
So
style.
that is the only reason I'm taking Buffalo.
Wait a minute. Which you misunderstood something. What I said was as a show, meaning every one of us. So now Carson and Joey clans. Somebody has, if they win as a team, we all have to get thrown through a table, Buffalo Bills style. I said I would let Jen do mine. Jen throws me through the table.
Make sure it's in your house, and I'll bring my lawyer with me too.
That's what I said.
Can I just say one more thing about this game?
Sure.
If it was 2.5, I'd be on Buffalo. I like, you know what I'm saying. 1.5. I'll go. This is a game that's going to be really close. So I'll make my real decision. I'll pick this game real. I'll put it up on the bulletin board on Sunday. But Kurt nailed it. The 1.5 is not going to make a difference. It's not. It's either going to be a field goal or 7 points. 24-22.
Nah, I don't see that. I don't do that.
The Buffalo guy, he missed 2 extra points. The field goal kick, and he kicked the upright last week.
Again, the bottom line, like I said, to Kurt before, listen to me. They beat them in Kansas City already. Nothing.
I know that. That was in week 6. That's when they
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But I'm telling you, a point makes a difference. A half a point makes a difference. Believe me when I'm telling you that.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying though is like I want
Jimmy from the candy store when I had to go borrow money all the time because of a half a point.
I want the 3. I want the 3 points. I want 3.
Absolutely. I take the 3. Yeah.
I want 3. Real quick, Eddie Murphy saying also, I don't know if you saw, Kyrie Irving was fined $25,000 for his comments to the fans. He was kind of saying I don't know if you guys saw it, but he was kind of saying something like, you guys aren't grateful. I won you a championship, and F-bombing. I think he was a couple F-bombing, so he got fined 25 degrees. He's always in the news.
Give him the shot. Let him get the shot.
He's always in the news.
Yeah. We've got about 5 minutes, Kurt, before I want to do best bets. So I got a couple player props for the gimmick players out there. This is when you start betting those gimmick bets. I got some players listed. I'll give each of you a player. The way I see it on my board is Kurt, Sis, Carson, Clams. I'm going to give you one guy each. Kurt, in the Titans-Bengals games, Joey Burrow, 278.5, over, under passing yards.
Oh, I think it'll be over because they're gonna just. I don't have any faith that they're gonna try to throw it 50 times. So he'll get John Beelin's garbage yards at the end of a game, and he'll get that. He'll get those yards.
Okay, Sis, I'm gonna give you Ryan Tannehill, 238.5, over, under.
Over.
I like it. Carson, we're going to move to wide receivers for you in this game. We're going to go A.J. Brown, 74.5.
Oh, under.
Okay.
That's good. Sharp. That was sharp.
That was sharp like the provolone. And Joey Clams, you're getting Jamar Chase, 77.5.
I was 4-1 with player props last week. 71.5. You know what?
I got it at 77, if that makes a difference.
I'm going to go under that.
Okay, and then Kurt, I only have one running back in this game, Joe Mixon. They don't have Derrick Henry. Joe Mixon, 60.5. You're getting that one.
I'm going to say under.
Nice.
Okay. Let's move to the Packers 49ers. When Sis comes back, I'll give him the next pick. Aaron Rodgers, Carson, 265.5.
Man.
Cold weather, possibly.
Over.
Okay. Jimmy G, Clams, 236.5.
I'm going to take the over here. He's gonna. You know what? That secondary's is not too shabby. A little soft. There's going to be a couple of big plays down the seam. I'm going to take the over there.
Okay. Sis, George Kittle, 48.5 yards.
Oh, that's a lock. That's a definite over.
I agree 100% on that one. I think Kittle's going to have a monster game.
Raise your hand if you want to use the bathroom. Don't just walk away. You got to raise your hand.
Listen, Clams. I don't need to ask anybody's advice. I do what I want to do. Understand that?
Tight ends are weird. Yeah, I would go under.
All right, Kurt, receiving. I'm going to give you a parlay one here. I call it a parlay. It's going to be the same guy receiving and rushing. I'm going to give you Deebo Samuel receiving first, 54.5.
I'm going to say under on Deebo, 54.5.
Rushing, 38.5.
Over.
Okay.
Because you know what? Shanahan's going to have in the back. He's been averaging like 7 or 8 carries a game.
Yeah, let's run through these quick. But you don't have to explain.
Yeah, I'm going to go over.
Well, I'm just doing quick hitters.
Right,
just one person's opinion. So we can't do them all because we won't have the time. I want to get as many as these we get through. Carson, Devontae Adams, 91.5. Receiving.
Under barely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey Clams, Elijah Mitchell, 77.5.
I'm going to go over with that.
I like it.
He went over, yeah.
Sis, Tampa Bay and the Rams, Mr. Tom Brady, 286.5.
I'm going to go under with that because they're going to be all over him and sacking him.
I like that. Kurt, Matthew Stafford. Well, let's give Carson this one.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford, 279.5.
I think the Rams defense makes bigger plays to give Stafford a shorter field. I'm going to go under for Stafford like he did last week.
Okay.
That's why I love him and leave him, baby. Don't go with your heart. You break your heart.
Yeah.
Player. One night stand, Joey Clams.
Kurt, you're getting Cooper Kupp, 102.5.
Under.
All right. And then, Sis, I'm going to give you the Gronkowski, 66.5.
I'm going to say under with that because, again, they're going to rush Brady and he's not going to have the time. I'm going to stick with that.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm sticking with.
I like it.
You gave him 2 on that one, so just,
Yeah, I'm going to give you Mike. I'm going to give you Mike Evans. He's a Gronk guy, so I know he nailed last year.
They're going to shut Mike Evans down.
You get Clams. You get Mike Evans, 69.5.
I'm going to go under.
Under. Kurt, we got time to do the Rams real quick?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we can do it.
Oh, not the Rams. KC Buffalo. Okay. Kurt, you're getting Pat Mahomes, 281.5.
Over.
Yeah, that's a good bet. I agree with that.
Sis, you've been high on Buffalo, so I'm going to give you Josh Allen, 280.5.
That's pretty high, but again, Buffalo's going to run the ball and play defense, so I'm going to say under.
Sis, Kenny, I'm disappointed in you, Kenny. We had a half-hour fight last night about Josh Allen rushing. How do you not give Sis Josh Allen rushing prop?
Thank you.
Come on, Kenny.
Thank you.
I just gave you the parlay with Samuel, right?
Well, I'm just saying, Sis has to answer that.
Yes, he does.
He has to answer that.
And on my mother's grave.
Listen, I'll answer what I want to answer.
On my mother's grave, I was going to ask Sis his thoughts on Josh Allen. So Josh Allen, Sis, rushing, 50.5.
Oh, that put your house on that. That's a lock.
Carson, your last one is going to be Tyreek Hill, 70.5.
Over.
And Clams, you're going to get the last one. I'm going to give you 2 for a price of 1. I'm going to give you Travis Kelce, 70.5. Your first one.
Under.
And your second one is going to be Stephon Diggs, 72.5.
Under.
That's a little over-under player props. I thought that'd be a little fun little twist on the wager in there.
Kenny, real quick, Kenny, can I just ask Joey Clams one thing?
Of course.
In player props, right, Joe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong out of this, but I kind of feel like, especially like with the unders, like if you're in a close game, right, it's more realistic as opposed to say Kansas City just gets up 35-7. Now, like all these like digs, they're going to give them 20-yard receptions and 12-yard receptions. Like the defense isn't going to play like they're playing in a close game. So I think, with unders, don't you think it's more better that, especially like a team if you're trailing, like you think Josh Allen's going to throw the ball every down, right? Kansas City's going to play a prevent. So I don't know. That's why I just hate it where, like, if you're under, you want a real close game.
Well, it can be close, and the thing with like the receivers on the Bills is that Josh Allen runs the ball a lot, so he's a weapon. He's going to pick up a first down. He's going to pick up 8 yards where he doesn't have to throw that much. Like if they're playing cover 2, cover 3, he's going to take off. So that's the angle I'm looking at. You got to see. It depends. Sometimes look what I had last week. I had Brady under 1.5 yards rushing. He had 0.
Right.
You just got to pick your poison. He's got a lot of weapons. He throws to the backs a lot too, Josh Allen.
And you know what? You talk about Brady. Carson's guy was the guy. I think it was like 1.5 on Stafford, and Stafford was running. He had like a 3. Didn't he have like 3 rushes or 4 runs? He had some.
Stafford can run. He is a dog, man. He will put his body on the line. He won't slide. He'll dive. He'll do anything.
We had somebody on the show last night that was disagreeing with that, but good point, Carson. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We last year I think it was Brady or one of the running. I think it was Brady. It was over under was 1.5, and I went with the over, and he didn't rush once through the whole game.
I hit the over.
You got to remember quarterbacks that have those low numbers. Not Josh Allen. He's got 50, but those quarterbacks that got 1, 2, 3 yards. If they down the ball, that considers loss of yards rushing.
That's minus 2 yards every time.
Guys, this is a quick story, Joe. No lie. Last year. I did a same game parlay. Kansas City and the Raiders. Never forget it. I needed Mahomes to get say 38 yards rushing. Late in the game, he gets like a 6-yard run. He has 39. No. I needed 38.5. Okay, I needed 38.5. He had 41. He gets to 39. Okay, he gets to 39. I'm like, beautiful. I said I hit one. I got it. Next thing you know, just like somebody was saying, late in the game, took a knee, boop, lose the yard, and that's how I lost because he took a knee.
And he did that in the Super Bowl with the 49ers. Everybody I know, they said, he's going to rush over that yards. He was over it. He went down. He went on his knees and prayed 3 times, minus 6 yards. Went right under. Yeah. They thought they won. They were going to the win.
That's ridiculous.
Go to the 7-Eleven. Maybe they'll give you the money.
That's ridiculous, though. All right, Mr. Kirkpatrick, you want to do some best bets if anyone has anything?
Yeah, I'll throw mine out there real quick. My best bets are going to be a little parlay on Saturday, Titans money line. And the 49ers with the points. And on Sunday, I'm going to come back with the Rams getting 3. And I'm going to go, I think just the Rams getting 3 is going to be my bet. I'm going to stay away from the Chiefs and Buffalo. So Rams would be my best bet on Sunday. Let's go to Carson's best bets.
Yeah, I would just go Titans weighing the points in that one. I think their defense is going to show up and Henry's going to go off.
Awesome. Kurt, what's your best bet?
All right, my best bet is going to be I'm going to do a parlay, but I'm going to do alternate lines, and it's going to be even odds. So I'm going to throw a little more money on it, but it's going to be it's probably like plus 106 or whatever. But you guys tell me if it's a safe bet. Titans plus 7.5. Joey Clams, do you like that?
Yeah, I would. You know what I would do? I would go Titans just minus 7.
Okay, but wait. Do you like Titans plus 7.5?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. 49ers plus 14.5.
Sure.
All right. Buccaneers plus 7.5.
Nope.
That's a shaky one.
And then I got Buffalo plus 14.5.
That's
I like that one.
That's a lock.
So would you do Bucks plus 7.5 or Rams plus like 14.5?
Oh my God, that's not even a decision.
You take the more points.
You know what? Take the points. because you always got to look for that backdoor cover. Always take the points with the dog.
Guys, always looking for an edge, boy.
Well, that's
I got my two best player props would be Deebo Samuel over in the rushing yards, 38.5, and Josh Allen over to 50.5. Sis, what are your best bets this week? Because we'll be in touch for sure for Saturday.
Here's your 14 parlay if you want to make money. Titans minus whatever the line is. 49ers plus, Rams plus, Bills plus. There's your money.
You heard it from Mr. Sis and Clams. You get the final best bets in of the show.
I already laid 3 with the Titans. I like them. And I went under 48 in the Packers 49er game on Saturday night. And I like the Rams plus the 3. And that's it for now. And just look up on the bulletin board when I shoot them out on Sunday. We'll see what goes on with that Buffalo Kansas City game.
Absolutely.
Right now it's up in the air.
All right, Kurt, that's best bets.
Okay, good show, boys.
Final thoughts?
Oh, yeah, final. You know what? Let's go final thoughts. Carson, start us off final thoughts.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking sports with you guys. Enjoy the NFL games this week, and have a great weekend, everybody.
I'll go next. Best weekend.
Well, let's get Carson where we can find them on tomorrow and in general.
Yeah, if you guys like casino games, slots, blackjack, craps, roulette, the whole 9 yards, you can check me out on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern time. Just search up Ticket Time. You'll find me. We do highlight videos on YouTube Tuesdays, Thursdays, YouTube Ticket Time.
Awesome. Thanks, Carson.
I'll go next. Best weekend in football, divisional round. Pumped up to watch for the games. Hopefully we hear some coaching news, especially with my Denver Broncos. But, guys, awesome show. Thank everybody for a good show today, and enjoy football. Sis.
I disagree with one thing. It's not the best weekend of football because you have next weekend, which will be the best. Excuse me, that's just my opinion. Enjoy the games. You all don't know how to bet. You'll learn. And get Joey Breslin on the board.
So we got to get Breslin on the board.
Joey with us next week.
Joey Clams.
Yeah, just hope that the officials let the players decide the game and not them. And I got a quick 2-second gambling story. I'm wearing my Saratoga hat. I go up there with Big Sal. Big Sal's a big guy. Comes up there with $3,500 in his pocket, wins, and then he loses all. On the way back, we were stopping at the diner, and he says, Clams, he took out $1. He goes, you got my breakfast? I only got $1. I said, no problem, Big Sal, you got it. That's a Big Sal story. That's Joey Clams, and that's my gambling
You got
story.
that kind of money, Joey. You got to back him up.
Yeah, I got him a bacon and egg sandwich.
Yeah, there you go.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick, final thoughts for the show tonight.
I'm going to do my best mediator and agree with you and Sis. Kurt, yes, I think it's the best weekend of a full weekend of football is this weekend.
Good call. Good call.
The championship is best AFC, NFC day of football. But whole weekend is definitely this weekend. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Oh, and another thing, too, is on the Saturday games, the home team is, I think, like 22-4 straight up. But not not as good as that against the spread. The home teams on Saturday usually win.
A quick yes or no answer from everybody. Kurt, Monday night playoff game, yes or no?
Yeah, I like it. Yes.
Yes, I agree. Carson.
Yeah, more football.
Sis and Clams.
Yep.
I like it. Just make sure that team that plays Monday plays Sunday.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, that's good. Good
Yeah.
point. All right, boys. That's Wits and Wagers for Thursday night. Great show.
All right, I'm going to watch a Knicks game.
Have a right.
Have a
Go
good night.
Knicks. See you guys next